All right, listen up. Let me tell you about the time I tried to impress a whole room full of Italians, and instead I ended up in a death match with a squid. Yeah, a squid. You think I'm kidding? Sit tight. So I'm in Rome. Beautiful city. The whole thing looks like it's been carved out of marble just for tourists like me. I walk into this little trattoria, real cozy place. Red hyphen checkered tablecloths. Smells like heaven. The works. I figure, okay, this is my moment. I'm not just some guy from Queens on vacation. No, I'm a cultured, sophisticated world traveler. You know, the kind of guy who knows his way around a wine list. Which, by the way, I don't. Anyway, I'm looking at the menu, right? Now, everything's in Italian, not a word of English. And I think, this is my chance. I took one semester of Italian in '68. I got this. So I point at the menu, puff out my chest, and I say, clear as day, what I believed was the word for pasta. The waiter smiles, he nods, doesn't question me, he just writes it down, walks off. And I'm sitting there thinking, I'm the Frank Sinatra of fine dining. 10 minutes go by, I'm sitting pretty, practicing how I'm gonna slurp my spaghetti like a local. I even got my napkin tucked in my shirt, like a real pro. Then it happens. Out comes the waiter, carrying a plate like it's the crown jewels. He sets it in front of me, and I swear to you, the thing on the plate blinked at me. It's a pile of raw squid, slimy. Tentacles hanging over the edge like they're trying to crawl away. Not fried, not grilled, nah, this was the squid in its natural state, looking like it was late for a swim meet. Now, let me tell you something about being from New York. We don't quit. If a plate of squid shows up, we eat the squid. Pride's on the line here. So, what do? I grab my fork, twirl up a tentacle like it's linguine, and shove it in my mouth. The second I bite down, I realize two things. One, this ain't pasta. And two, this thing's got more chew in it than a Yankee Stadium hot dog. I'm pulling, untugging, it's like gnawing on a bicycle tire. I thought I was gonna need dental work. Meanwhile, the locals are watching me. Not saying a word, just staring, whispering to each other, trying not to laugh. The lady at the next table, she's covering her mouth with a napkin. A couple of kids peeking over, eyes wide like a rush in the circus. And there I am, sweating, chewing, pretending like I do this every Tuesday back home in Queens. Finally, the owner himself comes over. Big guy, mustache you could use as a broom. He pats me on the shoulder, real serious, and he says, in English no less, you, very brave. Brave, buddy, I wasn't brave, I was trapped. What was I gonna do? Spit it out on a table? I got some dignity. So I finished the squid, maybe one or two escaped under the breadbasket. We don't need to talk about that. And the owner, he brings me out a slice of tiramisu, on the house. Best tiramisu I ever had. Sweet, creamy, wiped the whole squid tragedy right off my taste buds. And let me tell you something, word must have got around. Because by the end of the night, the locals were treating me like a hero. Smiling, nodding, one guy even bought me a glass of wine. Me, the squid guy. Can you believe it? I walked out of that trattoria, not just a tourist, but a legend. So, the moral of the story, next time you're in Italy, don't get cocky with the menu. Stick to what you know, because one minute you're ordering spaghetti, and the next, you're in a full-on wrestling match with calamari's angry cousin.